People always ask how I balance my family life with 400 shows a year. I'm just doing what I love with the people I love. It's my magic life.
I like Wes Iseli. I like everything about him.
All right, on today's episode, we have one of the nicest, funniest, coolest guys I know. Yeah, he has to be funny because he's a comedian, but this dude puts a smile on my face just being near him. Heck, even on the phone when he's not even trying. I love this dude. He currently lives in Vegas but performs all over the country. Everybody, it's the second appearance of Benny Pitts. What's up, buddy? How are you?
Do I have to sell you for that introduction? How much do I owe you for that introduction?
No, man. No, hey, I swear, I do. I love you, man. I love you like a brother. We've only really hung out 30 seconds in real life. But we've talked on the phone hours, and dude, I feel like you're like a brother to me, man.
Man, I love you too, man. Wow, can I just say this? You and your wife, that's amazing. To do a podcast with your wife and for it to be going as long as you can, y'all must really like each other.
Yeah, he's all right. I keep him around.
I'm like, married people actually like each other?
We have a marriage counselor coming on our podcast in 2 weeks, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
I seen it coming. I'm not gonna lie, y'all just spending too much time together.
No, dude, we're tight. We're good. We have a marriage counselor coming on because she has a television show with Jewel TV, the same network that we're on. So it's cross promoting and sharing the love with the people that are on the same television network. So. Yeah. Share that love, man. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, man. So, hey, we're recording live from our dead RV tonight. Man, we had a family member of Natalie's try to plug our RV into our house and use the wrong voltage, and he electrocuted our RV. So it's literally dead in our driveway right now. So.
Dead? Okay.
But here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. The babies are in the house. They can run around the house being as loud as they want. I got candles lit in the RV. I got the microphones hooked up. We're going to have fun tonight. It's going to be awesome.
We're going to have fun, man.
Yeah, man. So what's going on? What are you doing? What are you up to lately?
Man, when was the last time we did your podcast? What was the last one?
A little over a year ago.
A little over a year. So from the year, the crazy thing is you, like, out of all people, put this spark into me. Because I told you, I said, yo, Wes, I'm going to call you every Monday. And he was like, Benny, you need to get out your own way. And you need to take over. And you're a hell of a comedian. And I did that, and I stopped talking to you.
I'm used to it, buddy. I'm used to it.
Maybe if you wasn't so much of a cheerleader, I would still be around as your friend.
Did it make you feel guilty when you didn't accomplish your goals or you didn't do what you were supposed to do?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, no, you ruined it.
Sorry, dude. I love you, man. It's coming from a place of love.
I was like, man, I just can't be lazy in front of this guy.
As I hurt my foot 3 months ago and gained 35 pounds. So,
oh, really?
Oh, my gosh. It was awful. I couldn't move. All I could do was just limp and eat. That was it.
Limping? Hey, that's a good living. That's good living.
No, it's not, man. I got to fit in boxes. That is not a good thing.
No, you can't be short and fat. You got to pick a struggle.
That's it. That's not cool.
But I think around that time, you said a year or some change. I think this is when COVID just happened, right?
Yeah, we were in COVID when we talked, for sure.
We was in COVID, had a great conversation. Man, you just lit a spark under me, and it just, boom, I went, and I got with a couple of my comedian buddies, and, man, I produced my own tour with my friend Reggie Gill called Comedy's Best Kept Secret, and I think we did 20 cities, 15 cities sold out.
Wow.
During COVID, dude.
During COVID, yes. With a mask on, mask on, mask off.
God bless you. Yeah, man.
That's amazing.
During COVID, it was the first ever tour that I produced. I helped with my brand, Benny and Friends. That's going where it's like comedy, hip-hop, comedy, music. I started my Sin City Sundays in Vegas, so I'm bringing back bigger than ever. Maybe I could give you a call because I want to have like a comedian magician there. Or I'm going to bring comedian or magician there. But we're going to get there. So in that time, I was able to produce my own tour, Comedy's Best Kept Secret. I brought back my Benny and Friends to Atlanta which went crazy. I thought we was going to do like 100 tickets. We ended up doing over 200 and something tickets at the Atlanta Comedy Theater. And then, I bought my Sin City Sunday, which made amazing stamp in Las Vegas. And it's just, I think you birthed something in me that was always there, but you just lit a spark in me, like, yo, man, go ahead, go get it. And like, I'm just hitting the ground running. My comedy album was supposed to come out in August, but because of some production, they lost the production of it. So it should come out in October, the end of October. My comedy album coming out called The Pawn Turned King, being Benny. And man, just a lot of big things coming up. I'm working with this young comedian called Coda Hawk. He's 16 years old. He's like supposed to be like the Justin Bieber of comedy. So we got a tour that we just started called Mr. Vegas Meets King of Vegas, and it's just a lot of fun right now. I'm working.
So, dude, wait, you said you had your CD that was supposed to come out, but they lost the production, but it's still coming out? They lost it and found it?
I shot it in Birmingham at the Stardome, and it was recorded. But the guy who recorded it, and it was going to put it on all platforms, lost it under the production, and so he doesn't have it no more. I still got it, but now I have to do is get it, like, re-record it. I
Okay.
don't know exactly how you... So I still have it, but it's just the actual production that was recorded that night that just got lost. So I had to redo it.
Wow. Well, I want a copy. Send me a copy.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll pay for it. I'm not asking for anything free. You know what? I am asking for something free.
I love white friends. They always want to pay.
You know, hey. Well, you know, I do want something for free, though, because I was told I had T-shirts coming. And, you know, the last podcast was over a year ago, Benny.
Oh, my God. See, you told me hit the ground running, and I forgot about T-shirts.
Well, here's the thing, man. In my heart, I'm still that 7-year-old kid checking the mail every day. Damn, not today.
Hey, in your defense, you still the same height as when you were 7.
Yeah. Yes.
Hey, Natalie, you like that, right? Natalie, you like that?
Yeah,
Hey, that's all right. I save a
lot.
lot of money in jeans and shoes. I'm still wearing the same ones from the 3rd grade.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna send a T-shirt out. Man, this has been a year for me. So after you put that spark in there, I was able to get back on my career, get back on my craft. I saw my parents after almost a decade of not seeing them, and it just brought me back to a great place. It's just been one of those years. Been like amazing, but it's just so many different clarities and things opening up and doors, and it's just like it's been moving so fast. It's been moving so fast that sometimes I can barely take it all in. But it's been a great year. Dude,
that is so great. We're sitting here treading water because it's like we keep losing shows. They book shows and book theaters, and then they're like, yeah, we have to cancel because of COVID. Yep, we want to do that. We cancel because of COVID. That's awesome.
You're not the only one. You're not the only one. So because we're going into the wintertime and COVID is still at its peak, I had to cancel. Like, I just canceled maybe 6-7 shows I had coming up.
Yeah.
So I have to go to cities like Houston and Atlanta that's still open to do shows, because a lot of cities they're not open and they're canceling. So I'm in there too. You know, we make it look good on Facebook and Instagram, and you know we make it look like, you know, booked and busy. But at the same time, I'm a lot of artists that I know and a lot of comedians I know is battling the same thing, and I'm as well. I think I just canceled like 7 shows.
Yeah. Wow. But you're performing in Vegas and Atlanta and Florida. Are you still doing Virginia?
I'm supposed to do Virginia October 1st, but because of COVID, I heard it's up in the air.
Aw.
Are y'all open? So this will be my first time ever coming to Virginia, so I don't know.
He's gonna be 40 minutes from our house.
Oh wow, cool. We're open, but it just
plug up the RV.
Plug up the RV. Yeah, right. Yeah. It's
Dude, you're so little. We can put you in one of the compartments under this thing. It's awesome.
No.
I will get the information back. But I think the hard part, I'm actually this. How have you been able to balance balance this too because of COVID. So it's not like you got this gig and it pays this great amount of money and you're like, oh, I'm on my way, and then like 2 days later, you have to close it because of COVID.
Well, luckily, people have canceled on us further out than that, so.
Oh, okay.
But it's here it's kind of up to different places, and it depends on where they're at and who's running what. So it's kind of like some places are fine and they're booking shows for later in the year. Other places that had shows booked for later in the year are calling and saying, yeah, so we can't do it right now. We'll have to reschedule for spring because of COVID numbers.
Virginia's bipolar, dude.
Yeah.
Like, LA is closed. Vegas is, I don't know. I hear Vegas is pretty tight. Florida's wide open. Virginia's like bipolar.
Vegas is open, but it's not 100%.
Yeah.
But I say we're about 70% open. So you can still come out here and gig. You can still gig out here.
Yeah. No, Virginia's bipolar. I mean, you can go to one theater and then drive 45 minutes and, they have to have 6 feet between you. We've done school shows and they don't know what to do. They have the kids masked, the teachers masked. Then they say, you don't need to be masked that you're on stage. And then you do have to be masked because you're on stage. They don't know. Everybody gives you different rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last girl I dated was bipolar, so I'm familiar with that.
Yeah. Same thing.
But yeah, it's been a hell of a ride, to say the least. And I don't know. It's just, as an artist, I guess it kind of keeps you on your toes. Like, you have a show. But doing that, I don't know. I've been kind of working on the film side a little bit. Like I told you, being this kid, Coda Hawk, we have a Vegas premiere movie supposed to be shot sometime at the top of the year. Mike Tyson and Andrew Dice Clay is a story about his life he plays football, but he's aspiring to be a stand-up comedian, and I play his PE coach.
All right, who wants to be?
Oh, cool.
I'm confused. Who wants to be a comedian? Who wants to be a football player?
So
the boy?
There's a young kid coming out of Vegas. His name is Coda Hawk. He's 16 years old.
Right.
Amazing. He's 16, but a mind of a 45-year-old politician. So, he has this movie coming out. I play the co-star in the movie. Hopefully, let's speak in existence that I win an Emmy. I'm working on my crying skills now. He plays his life, which is he's in high school, pursuing to be a stand-up comedian. He wants to finish school, but he has this dream and aspiration to be a stand-up comedian. But he plays football, so it just shows his everyday life of growing up Mexican, finding out he's Italian, and all different types of stuff. So it's
wow. That's a big shock.
Sure. Yeah, and I play his PE coach and like his best friend, like his mentor in the show. So it's just it's a movie about love, race, life, purpose, and just living life no matter what the circumstance is, just finding a purpose and just going for it.
So Mike Tyson and Andrew Dice Clay, are they just cameos, or do they have?
Yeah, just cameos.
Okay. Dude, that's awesome though, man. Golly, that's so cool.
Yeah. So it's got like the whole city of Vegas behind, because he's born and raised in Vegas, so it got the whole city of Vegas behind him. Yeah, man, we're just really excited and hyped up for it. It's a lot of other things going on I can't really mention, but it's one of them things like, this might be the one.
That's awesome. So, hey, I understand the not mentioning stuff because, that Foolless thing, I had 6 months, so I couldn't talk about that trophy in my back pocket. It sucks, man. Yeah, it sucks. I've been there. I got you. So,
what happened when you was able to talk about, I got a trophy, guys.
Yeah. I ran up and down the neyborhood with it in my hand.
Look at what I did.
Did you at least tell Natalie?
Well, I was there.
Natalie was there. Dude,
okay, cool.
I've watched that video 1,000 times. You tell me you're in the front row, but I cannot find you on that video. I've looked for you 1,000 times.
I mean, I'm 5'2".
Were you in the second row and I just couldn't see you? Look for the empty seat.
Yeah, I was definitely there, and it was crazy. Like, I think we talked about this in the first time. I'm literally walking through Mandalay Bay, and I see you, and I'm like, yo, that's the guy that just won the trophy. So at first, my first instinct was, don't say nothing, because, you know, in my mind, you're a celebrity.
Aww.
It was, you are a celebrity. In my mind, I'm like, you know how celebrities are, so you come up, but you were so cool. I'm like, oh, man, he's cool. And you had your daughter with you, so I didn't want to hit that, but I saw somebody with a camera. Did you have a camera, or somebody was taking?
That was me. That was me. Yeah, I was filming because we were still, you know, filming our show and everything and all that good stuff. So that was me.
Yeah, okay, cool. So,
Yeah.
you know, and boom, from there, who would have thought it would have made like this great friendship, right? And even though I don't call and text like I should, man, I love you too, and the love is reciprocated, man. I talk about you all the time. I can't wait to get you for a Sin City Sunday. Because I say, hey, man, I had this musician. He won the Penn and Teller. I'm telling y'all, when I bring him to the city, he gonna kill it. You know,
That's awesome.
You're in my back. I won't say my back pocket because that's a small pocket. You're definitely in my plans on some upcoming things that we got going on.
Well, cool, dude. I'm up for it. Yeah, as soon as I go back to Vegas, they keep canceling it. They keep postponing me coming back and headlining Penn and Teller's gig because of COVID. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is Penn and Teller shooting right now?
They shot another season in June this year. Another COVID season in June. But
so there
there
wasn't no audience.
right, no audience. And then with their show right now, man, they're doing my trick in their show.
In their live show.
In their live show. They said the first time in 10 seasons they've ever wanted to do somebody's act, and they wanted 9 seasons. Yeah. Yeah. So and dude, and they're mentioning me every night. They say, you know, their Fooller, Wes Iseli invented this trick, and we're gonna try it out and see. You know, it's so cool. I'm emailing Penn.
Are you trying to make me feel bad because for not calling you? So you basically trying to say I'm famous, Benny?
No, I'm saying that Benny schedules a podcast. He's 2.5 hours late, but my friend Penn Gillette emails me when he says he's gonna.
Hey, can I tell you something, Wes? Something you might not know about me?
What's that?
I'm colored.
Is that?
That comes with lateness, and when I eat, I go right to sleep. So if I visit y'all, if y'all feed me, hey, I hope y'all got a bunk bed.
So we got that. That's what we do when we get tired of you. We just say, "Hey, Benny, you hungry?" And we just feed you.
I'm with it.
We got a plan. We got a plan.
That's funny.
Put me and the kids to sleep.
All right, I'll rock the twins. You rock him.
Yeah, that'd be kind of weird. 2 dudes under 5'5" rocking each other. Natalie's gonna bust in. Is Benny your boyfriend?
Lordy.
Anyway. So, dude, I have to ask you a question though, and I don't know. You put on Facebook different stuff, different gigs that you were doing. What was the pool gig that you were doing? Are you still doing it? What the heck was that?
Yeah. So I'm the house MC at Daylight. I won't say house MC. I'm one of the MCs at Daylight Beach Club. So I just kind of hi guys. Shout out to my man DJ Murat, and thank God he's from Turkey, so he doesn't really know good English, and that's not no shot to him. All that meant to me is I got a job because he can't speak on the mic.
Oh, nice. That works out well for you.
So basically, just to hype people up. Hey, Las Vegas, y'all having a good time because I've done radio in Atlanta for 5 years, and when I was living in Atlanta, so I've always been an MC. I actually started comedy through MC gigs. So I used to MC a lot of festivals, a lot of concerts, and still do. That was like my first passion, radio. And so still do, and I'll tell you how to start. It was a blessing because I started off in Las Vegas as a promoter. I started off brand new. I moved here from Atlanta, and I started brand spanking new. And, I was always a people person, and people was like, yo, you can make money as a promoter in Vegas. So I was like, okay. Well, I'm a comedian, I'll be good, and introduce people. So I used to make cards. I used to go get my card that said Getting Pitched, Daylight Beach Club, and as I walk the strip, I give people my card. Say, hey, come see Rick Ross, or come see, this person, come see this hot DJ, come see Shaquille O'Neal because he DJs out here. Come see it, come to our club. And I would tell them a joke. And that's how I got people on my guest list. I would either like flirt with a girl, tell her a joke. They'd be like, oh, you a comedian? Tell me a joke. If you make me laugh, I'll come to the party. And a night, I used to get over 100 and something people on my guest list. Because I used to walk the strip for like 10 hours, hand out my card, tell people a joke, and then get them on my guest list. So with that being said, I became like a really, really popular promoter in Las Vegas, and they used to they call me Mr. Vegas. You know, as I started, like, hey, I'm Mr. Vegas, I'm a comedian, I'm a promoter, blah, blah, blah. So as I'm doing this, I said, man, how can I make this work for me? So I went to one of the guys that books I said, hey, man, you know, I did radio in Atlanta. I would love to MC. I said, I'm telling you, I would love to MC. And I'll never forget telling one of my friends, I said, hey, I'm going to be MCing on that stage. And he's like, yeah, whatever. We're just promoters. I said, you're just a promoter. And then, man, one thing led to another. The right things came together, and I'm there MCing every Friday.
Wow. That's awesome, dude.
Yep.
That is awesome.
The power of God and manifestation.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, it's just...
a good personality.
It's keeping at it and having a goal and just working your butt off. I mean, people wait for a phone call. You know, I put out business cards. I'm waiting on phone calls. You got to put the work in. You got to put the work in.
Yeah, it was a lot of work. It took me like 3.5 years. It took me 3 years to get. Well, it took me 2 years to get the gig because I got the gig a week before COVID. And the first day I started, COVID started the next week, March 13th. And I was like, God. So the year passed, even though COVID had everybody in the uproar. We don't know what's next, blah, blah, blah. And they called me back and was like, hey, Benny, this gig is yours. So the pool season is almost up, but I'm back for 2022. And, hey, you and wifey, if y'all don't have the kids and y'all want to come down and listen to some rap music, I'll be there.
You ought to see me dance to rap music, Benny. Oh, my gosh. You in for a treat.
Listen. You will blow up on TikTok right now if you start dancing to some rap music.
Oh my gosh. And yeah. And I'm Italian. I got so much chest and back hair, dude. I take my shirt off at that pool. It's something you don't want to see. You don't want to see it.
Now, I said just dance. I didn't say go on OnlyFans. Like, I didn't say you're going to be a porn star.
No, hey, nope. I don't think it's the clientele you're pooled once. I watch from afar.
Like now, he took it the compliment way too far. He's like, yeah, wait till they see this. No way.
I wanted to warn you, if I take my shirt off, people are gonna run. It's like a horror movie.
Slow your roll, Wes.
Hey, look, Benny. Yeah. Natalie and I first started dating. I'm working out, and I'm like, I don't see these abs. I'm doing setups every single day. Help me, honey. Mm-hmm. I shave the front, you shave my back. I need to be able to see these abs. I've been working my butt off. And I go in there, she helps me shave. Benny, this is so funny, dude. I go jump in the shower, wash off all the excess hair. And I run out of the shower, and I'm running down the hallway, and my wife is laughing her butt off. And I'm like, hey, what are you laughing at? She said, it looks like you have pants on. She only shaved me down. My butt and legs are so hairy, dude. You don't want me out there near that pool.
So you got Benny on a podcast just to confess to me that you have a hairy butt. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought this was a family podcast.
Dude, I told you, you're like a brother. There's things you need to know now.
I am not going next to you. Now I have nightmares that I'm in an RV with an Italian guy with a hairy butt.
There you go. So, dude, so how is the pool season slowing down in Vegas? I didn't understand that. We were filming in March, and they were like, the pool's closed.
It's weird, man. It's so weird.
Isn't it the desert? Isn't it hot all the time?
Yes. It feels like the devil is whispering to us some days. But it's weird, man, because the pool is open, but it's not 100% of interaction. So it's kind of like people go and party, but they only partying with the people they came with. So that's not really a party, if that makes sense. But our pool's been so cool. We still been creating like a fun atmosphere. and it's for stuff for people to do. And as long as you got your mask on, you can still jump in the pool. I mean, we still got rules and regulations, but at the best of our ability, people are still coming out to Vegas having a good time. So,
you have to swim with the mask on?
No. I mean, you have to walk around the pool with a mask, but if you get in the pool, you can take your mask off, or if you're at your cabana or you're in your little beach, then you can take your mask off.
So what's the deal with the season, though? What is the length of your season in Vegas?
So pool season starts in March, it ends in October. So we're closing on to pool season. So pool season, because it does get cold out here. I don't know if you've ever been to. When was it? When did I see you?
It was March. It was March.
It was the beginning of March, so I guess pools hadn't opened yet. Because it was like the very beginning of March.
Was it a little chilly?
It was a little chilly at night.
There was one day that it was chilly, and we were wondering what was going on. And the rest of the time we were there, it was nice. Yeah, I got chilly at night, but we kind of expected that, it being, desert and all.
So,
but.
Las Vegas gets really cold. It's like really, really, really desert cold. So, it gets really cold. Like even now, it's going to get chilly like around like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and somewhere you can wear like a jacket, denim jacket, or like wintertime is winter, where it's like, it hurt. Last year was the first year I seen it snow down here.
Wow.
Yeah, but all right.
I'm talking about snow.
But we're in Virginia, man. It gets like 20 degrees, 30 degrees. What's cold for you guys?
I'll say it'd be like 40s, 50s.
All right.
I don't know if we got down to like 20s. We don't get that. It's a different type of cold. So my dad is from Connecticut, and a lot of my family's from New York. That up north cold y'all got is a different type of cold.
Yeah, so, it gets cold, yep. That's why I'm saying, all right, I had my publicist over here. She was from L.A., and she was here. She was here, I don't know, maybe
mid-March.
March this year. And we were at a restaurant. They opened the door, and she's across the restaurant. I can feel the door open. It's so cold. I'm like, golly. Yeah. So she was really freaking out.
So do you have to shovel your stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Shovel? Oh, how do y'all do that?
Scrape the ice off.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not fun. I'm not a winter person. I hate winter. I don't like it at all.
But we're also entertainers. So when we wake up at noon and we start moseying out to the car by 3, it's usually melted off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Would you see? I'm not crazy about LA. Would you be open to like moving to LA, moving your family up there?
I go where the work is, man. I love my house. I have hiking trails here, 5 acres, and
I don't know. LA doesn't seem ideal to me, but I mean.
But if the money's right, we're there.
Wow, you just made my little apartment seem so bad. Yeah, me and my 800 square feet.
Well, come on out here, Benny. Come out here. We got a guest room, buddy. Come on. I got a PlayStation 2 in my guest room. It's an arcade stand-up machine. You can we'll tuck you in at nighttime. We'll take care of you, Benny. Come on over, man.
As long as you don't rock me.
I won't rock you, and I'll keep PJs on. You don't have to see me without my shirt on.
Yeah, I'm scared now. I'm like, Wes is starting to tell me a little bit too much.
So, are you still doing Being Benny, your podcast?
I slowed down on Being Benny because I was touring so much. Like, I've literally from just coming back doing my gigs, like I was doing Sin City Sunday every Sunday, but the Extreme Comedy Club that I was a part of, it ended up shutting down. The club shut down.
Wait, so, the one in Vegas?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because of COVID, a lot of different other rules and this and that, and it was a lot of different things.
So are you doing it? But you're still doing your Sin City Sunday.
No. I haven't done it because I've been touring. So my Sin City Sunday will be coming back before the year's up, but we're bringing it back to the Strip.
Okay.
I can't say the exact place, but it's going bigger and better. It's going bigger and better.
And you already got it somewhere else.
Lights. Yeah. We already got the venue. We got to put everything, and I wanted to put some things in motion. And I wanted to kind of, for the winter, I am going to Houston. We're working on a project in Houston. And then I wanted to spend, COVID has been crazy, man. So I said this year I'm going to go see my grandmother Christmas, and I'm gonna go see my mom and dad again for Thanksgiving. I wanted to spend a little more time with family because all the craziness is going on in the world.
Yeah, man. That's good.
So,
That's good.
yeah, Benny is on hold. We're still there. I would like to take it to a where after once I bring it back, I want to do it like studio wise. You know what I mean?
Well, see, that's why I was excited about the RV, because if we're on the road and it's time to do a podcast, we can pull over, just kick the kids out of the RV at a park or, you know, a mall. You know what I mean? No, because I got a babysitter.
Okay,
and they got
I'm gonna call authorities on you.
and they got a 10-year-old, you know, sister that can hang out with them, and they can just play at the mall or play at a park, and we can film in our RV and just keep it rolling while we're on the road. So, quit making excuses for touring, Benny. You can film your daggone show.
You're right. But Houston, I'm doing a project in Houston next month. I'll be down there for like a month or two. And then holidays, I'm going to see my mom and dad in Florida. And then I'm going to see my grandma for Christmas. So I have gigs in between. But 2022, God willing, we busting out the gates. There's so many big things. But before the year is over, I'm dropping my comedy album. And then I'm also a rapper, Lil Nasty. I don't know if y'all want to listen. If y'all do listen to that album, y'all might definitely have to kick the kids out. And you'll be able to be showing your hairy butt though while you listen to it.
All right. So I thought Lil Nasty was just.
Good.
I did not know Lil Nasty was your rap name. I thought you were just being silly in your comedy shows. I didn't know you actually did rap.
Yeah, definitely Lil Nasty. It's still good, fun music though. It's nothing to be like, oh wow, he's gonna be the next Jay-Z. Not by far, but it's just feel good, fun music, something for the ladies. I always was a kid. I love radio, so I just listen to music all day. And me and my boys, we just get together, play beats, freestyle together. So it's always been my dream. So I'm just kicking it in. So before the year's over, I got the comedy album, and I got my little mixtape coming out. And then 2022, we busting open Sin City Sunday, Benny and Friends at the top of the year in Atlanta. Then I think we're doing a big show Valentine's Day weekend. So as time goes on, we just have so many things in the book. And I'm blessed, man, to be an entertainer, and you're an entertainer, and you know how, like, you and your wife, have work is great.
Yeah, man. No, 100%. Because that's what you want. You just want to work. You just want to do what you love. That's it.
Yeah.
So your movie with Mike Tyson and Andrew Dice Clay, and you're the coach, and when is that coming out? Is that 2022 as well?
We're filming 2022.
Oh, okay.
It's going to come out to 2023.
Okay, all right. Well, that's cool, dude.
So, yeah, and then the Sundance movie fans, and we're going to put it in a couple of movie theaters, and yeah, we're gonna really push it. Yeah, we're working on that right now. I've been working with that kid. I actually just took him to LA. We had a bunch of gigs in LA. And I went over to his house, and, we're trying to, build the chemistry of us being around each other. And it's really, really dope. I met the kid when he was 14 years old. I think his uncle had died in, like, something gang-related, and, like, gang-related violence. And then I went and I hosted the show for him, and he's like, yo, man, I want to go on tour with you. And I was like, okay, dude, you're 14.
Yeah.
I'm not going to babysit you. And I end up 2 years later taking him on tour with me, babysit.
Wow. Yeah, but he seems like old Las Vegas. He seems like one of the Rat Pack. I mean, he gold jackets I see on the thing.
Yeah, the jacket. That's what they say. So with our chemistry and everything, that's how we created our own tour. Mr. Vegas meets King of Vegas, because he, born and raised in Vegas. And man, the kid is phenomenal. Like, definitely, like you said, old Rat Pack. He dressed up like in the suits. He looked like a young Elvis. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, so it's fun, man. It's a lot of good things happening.
That's awesome, man.
So can I ask you, how has y'all year been? I just made it all about me. I'm a narcissist, huh?
No, because this podcast is about you today. But how's our year been, honey? We're getting ready for the kid's birthday.
Yeah, we have the boy's first birthday coming up on Saturday. But it's been better than 2020 as far as shows go. it's picking up, but it's still a lot slower than what we're normally used to.
October is going to be great.
Yo.
Yeah, we're going to have a good October.
What's you got lined up in October?
We got a farm that we always do that books us
for every
6
Saturday
shows a
and
week.
Saturday.
Yeah.
So every Saturday and Sunday.
You remember what's crazy? You told me about that last podcast. You told me about that.
Oh, all right. Well, there you go. I told you it's been about a year since I had you on.
Yeah.
And then we got shows we have to run away from there to do a couple resorts and things, but it's good. And Christmas time, I don't know what's going to happen because companies don't know what the heck they're going to do. So I mean, might have to go back to doing virtual stuff if that's the only way they're going to do Christmas parties. But we'll see.
Man, we'll see. It's up in the air. I feel like God is definitely in control. How do you feel about the virtual thing? I never did no virtual shows when in 2020. I had offered, the money was decent, but I think it killed me from being an entertainer and being on the stage with the crowd. It killed that. So.
All right, so what it feels like as a performer, it feels like a 100% dress rehearsal. It does. I mean, because people are clapping, but my wife has to tell me they're clapping. I didn't always have.
Yeah, they all have to be muted because otherwise, it messes up the sound.
And I didn't have a monitor for all the shows. And when I did have a monitor, I was looking at the audience, and then Natalie says I wasn't looking at the camera, I was looking at the audience. So you don't want a monitor because then you're focused on playing to the crowd. So, yeah, it was just running through it. But it was weird, though, man, because my little girl's in the show, and she just has a couple tiny little parts, but it's a family thing, right? And when she's not doing her bit, she's right behind the camera, sitting on the couch, playing her iPad and just hanging out. And it's like at a normal show, she wouldn't be that close to the audience. It's weird, man. It's weird.
Man, you took the words out my mouth. It's weird. So I'm asking you this: what if this is like the new norm?
I hope not. I gotta say, I hope not. I mean, I'm thankful for the Zoom, shows and all that, the online stuff that's nice and that we could do that. But it's so far from. It's way better when you have the audience in front of you, can feed off the energy. It takes away from the artist and the craft. If a magician can't perform in front of people, or if a comedian can't get them laughs, or if an artist can't see the people bobbing their head, right?
What is it really? Is it in Zoom? It doesn't do it the soul justice of it.
Here's the thing, man.
Yeah, you can't feed off the energy of the crowd because
when you're at home watching stand-up comedy, or you're watching Penn and Teller at home, are you cheering and clapping for the winner? Or are you like, oh, that's really cool, he won? I mean, you don't. It's
like it's just in my head. Oh, it's good. Okay, I knew the short guy with the hairy butt was going to win. I didn't know your butt.
What did I start? I shouldn't have said this. Oh God. Anyway, there's gonna be memes now.
Now every time I see you, I think about
anyway, yeah. I mean, I love cheering loud for comedians and magicians, and I'm an entertainer, and I know I appreciate it. So when I see something live on stage, I went crazy at Copperfield, so much so that Copperfield felt like he looked right into my soul, like he was stopping the show. Who's this guy? Do we need to eject him from the show? But I love David Copperfield. But and I do the same thing for Penn and Teller or anybody. I go crazy and cheer for him.
That's like buying tickets to a football game, your favorite football game, and still have to watch it on TV.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Yeah. Well, we've done that before because you miss so much because you're in that whole atmosphere, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I mean is like there's nothing, but the little that you get to see live, it's worth it. Like seeing the Steelers or see the Green Bay Packers. You know what I mean? Brett Favre live is just nothing is like live. And I don't know, man. I'm in these different conversations. I'm in these different rooms talking to different people, and it was like, "Oh, this is the new norm." And I'm like, "Is this the norm that I want, though?"
No.
And for comedy especially, Yeah, it's just hard, man. It's hard. I grew up watching Eddie Murphy, and I grew up Richard Pryor. I watched old Richard Pryor. My dad had a video store, and I was allowed to watch anything when I was a little kid. So I mean, I'm probably 8 years old watching Delirious, and Raw. Yeah, and well, I was going to ask you about that, but I mean, never once ever did I ever laugh out loud. But I've told those jokes and rolled and told my friends, I got an ice cream and you ain't got none. You know what I mean? I mean, I've made fun of that and joked around with my friends so many times. But when I watched it on television by myself in the back of a video store, I didn't laugh out loud. But if I was watching that in person and feeding off the energy of the crowd, I'd have probably been laughing so hard I was crying, man.
I'm an energy comedian. I know you probably haven't seen me. People. What makes me boom boom is the energy of the people. I'm definitely one of those people, and without that, I don't know how I do. Doing a Zoom show to me is like FaceTiming my friends. So it'll be weird. I never took on one, and I don't know, man. I hope it's not the new norm. I'm praying it's not. I'm praying COVID goes away.
Yeah.
And God bless all the people that passed away and all the people. I've actually, by touring, I've caught COVID too, so it's real. And it's nothing to play with because I was down for a whole month, almost.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people didn't know that. Think about it. With social media, we promote our shows, we promote the good things, but, when you're down for a month,
yeah.
like, Lord, please.
Yeah. No, I'd say it on the podcast that my RV's dead, but you don't see anything on social media. I don't need to promote that. Yeah.
And it's like, social media is a weird thing because, with people with all these little, let me not say little, sorry, but all these mental illnesses. So it's good for me to look at somebody's doing great, but most people are unhappy. So when most people post, Wes can be like, oh, me and my wife in an RV doing a podcast. I'm going to look at it and be like, wow, that's beautiful. But it's a guy right now that just broke up with his wife.
Yeah. No, yeah.
That his butt is hairy. He has a lot of stuff going on, and they might find it braggadocious that you're posting the good things and positivity. It all depends on how people look at it. It's not like you shouldn't post, your highlight reels. You shouldn't. But a lot of people are not happy. And you know what I'm saying? That's why the entertaining part, it does come in the magicians, the comedians, the music, to keep a person through their day. So it's kind of hard. If you were to post right now, hey, I'm in an RV and it's stuck, or this and this and that, people would just feel good to have something on it. Yeah, man, Wes trying to act like his life is perfect. Look at
But here's the other thing. I also have friends that only post negative crap. They only post drama.
And I hate that.
Dude, it drags me down. I don't like seeing that person's stuff. Yeah.
Honestly, I stay away from that.
Yep.
When I see a person post anything negative, and I'm not trying to get all super, feel out like all the way out there, but it's called a feed. So what you feed into is what you're feeding yourself.
Yeah.
So when you go in a Facebook feed or Instagram, your feed, your timeline or your feed, if you just keep going on to the negative stuff, that's what you're going to eat. That's that's what you're going to digest. So my life is not perfect by far, but I always try to post positive, uplifting, and funny things. You know what I mean?
Dude, I love following your stuff, man. I tell you what, I wouldn't know that you were sick for a month, and I wouldn't know that you had a bad day following your stuff. Man, you're always just laughing your butt off, and you're always Mr. Vegas, man. Everybody, some girl's giving you a piggyback. The last thing I saw of your stuff, I couldn't tell you the last time I had a piggyback. I was so jealous.
So proud of me because she had to do that with you on your first couple of dates.
Wow.
Man, that was just fun. I feel like this. This is how I look at everything. Do I have a bad day? Yes, but it's up to you to have a bad day or not. You tell yourself you have a bad day. It's somebody that has it better. It's somebody that has it worse. So, bro, honestly, I am a happy-go-lucky person. I am. What you see is definitely what you get. But, I have adversities. And I wanted to say that to somebody who's like, oh, you never post on what you going through. Somebody told me that. You acting like you're just. And I was like, yo, I feel like if I send off positive affirmation and positive light, that's what I'm gonna get back in return.
Also, as entertainers, man, we have a job. I mean, our job is to entertain and promote. If I was working at Walmart or I was working in a coal mine, I would say, hey, my RV got electrocuted. You guys get any tips or tools for that? You know what I mean? It would be different. It would be a different feed. It really would be.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But I love what y'all do too, because it's very family based. It's very, faith based. It's positive. Just like you say, it's that people might look at me like, oh, Benny never has a bad day. They might look at you like, Wes' life is perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's not, everyone. It's not. I'm normal. I'm
Me and
normal.
Wes came on a podcast today that said, we're battling stuff too. I'm addicted to Flintstone vitamins. I said it on the podcast.
Flintstone vitamins. He wants the regular vitamins on the shelf, the one a day and Men's Health, but they put them on the 4th tier up and he can't reach them. So
hey, this is going to be on Morning News. Comedian Benny Pitts went on Wes and his wife's show and said that he's addicted to Flintstone vitamins.
There you go. Dude, you live in Vegas. You could be addicted to so many other things.
Yeah.
Flintstone vitamins is awesome.
Why do you think I'm addicted to it? The green one? Oh my God. I got enough calcium for all 4 of us put together.
Well, dude, I'm changing the subject here because I'm looking at my notes. When you did B and Benny and you had me on your podcast, you threw some out of left field questions at me, and I'm like you, man. If you throw a weird question at me, I want to answer you. I want to be honest. But you were asking stuff like, "Hey, man, hey, your butt's hairy, ha ha ha." When was the last time you? No, and then you went like this. Ha ha ha, your butt's hairy, ha ha ha. When was the last time you cried? What's your favorite food? And I'm trying to answer that. I am trying to answer that, and I'm like, what the heck? Dude, you threw some left field questions at me.
When's the last time you cried?
Hold on. That was just so funny to me. Your butt is so hairy. Anyway, when was the last time you cried?
It was something like that.
So when your grandmother killed your first chicken, how did you feel? I'm listening.
Dude. And then, so I can't wait for B and Benny to come back. When's B and Benny coming back? You got to let me know. I want to know. I'm lighting a fire under you right now.
Hey, when B and Benny comes back, I will bring you in. We'll do a production where we do an in-studio production. And I have all them questions put together. What I did to myself, what I told myself this year is I'm gonna try not to do too much things at one time. So I always do that. I try to put too much on my plate. So I try to tour, do my Sin City Sunday. I try to do here, do there. I say, all right, if I'm touring, I'm not going to do my Sin City Sunday. If I'm doing my Sin City Sunday, I'm gonna do Sin City Sunday, and I'm gonna do my podcast. I'm gonna make it make sense. So I can ask you those great questions and be in the right state of mind to be a scatterbrain.
Great questions. I don't know. And I tried to answer them, dude. I was all sincere. I was like, I think when I was on Foolless, I went to the hotel room and I tried to, but I couldn't cry. I felt like I wanted to. All your friends are probably still got that on replay laughing at me, dude.
Yeah. No, what I did, because I'm just so one of my end goal is to be a late night talk show host. I love it. So when you said I was 8 years old watching Eddie Murphy, so my dad was a big stand-up fan. So I was watching Chris Rock, Eddie Murphy. My dad was a Chris Rock fan. Chris Rock to this day is my favorite stand-up. One thing that I did fall in love with when I was a child was late night. I was like, so all the kids would watch cartoons and stuff. I would stay up to 10, 11 o'clock and watch Jay Leno. This before Fallon was on. I watched Conan O'Brien. This one, Jimmy Kimmel was fresh. He had just came out, and I just saw myself just in that suit with like comedians sitting down with people and talking. I love people. I'm a sucker for a great conversation. Conversation rule the nation. So I love that. So my end goal, I want to do TV. I want to do movies. I want to do all these different things. But my end goal is late night talk show host, and I want to shoot it right in Las Vegas at Caesars. I said it on your show. I said it.
There you go. Well,
Put it out there.
wasn't your family like super religious? I can't remember what religion it was. It was like the. It was like
They can't remember it.
I mean, what was it? What was the? I can't. I don't want to be rude. I don't want to guess. It was what Prince celebrated, wasn't it? What is that called? They can't have Christmas presents and.
If I have to be 100%, it's a cult. It was a cult. I grew up in a cult. So they're super really religious. We had one leader. We followed the one leader. It was Christian based, but it was a cult. So, you know, I still have brothers and sisters that's in the cult. That's what took me so long to see my brothers and sisters after 10 years, and I was going through this. I wanted to open up myself more spiritually, in a sense. And I said, yo, I want to, you know, I know my parents and them was watching me right on Instagram, they see me doing this or that. I want to come home to, you know, come home and have that conversation with my dad. My dad is real sickly right now. My mom is getting up in age, they're in their 60s, and I just wanted to let them know that I love y'all, and, you know, I'm pursuing this, but there's no hard feelings. And I did that, and that was just a great moment for me as seeing all my brothers and sisters I haven't seen in years and sat down with my parents. And I haven't talked to my dad. I haven't had a real conversation with my dad for 13 years. So we had a moment at the thing, and he was like, man, the last time we talked, he said, I told you, if you're dead on the street, on the side of a road under a bridge, don't you ever call me in life.
Daggone.
I thought at that moment, I thought to myself, if I'm dead on the street, on the side of the road, under the bridge, how the hell am I going to call you?
No.
Yeah, but he was trying. He was trying.
Hey, the 5G towers in heaven must be amazing. So, Wes, it's okay. I joked about it. Wes is always like, "Oh my God, I can't believe."
No, I can't believe the dad said that to you, man. I mean, so they were super religious. That's why I'm surprised that they were listening to Eddie Murphy and Chris Rock and stuff.
My dad snuck. So I'm gonna break down the story. My dad gave up his dream to be an actor. My dad went to the School of Juilliard Arts. His understudy was Eric LaSalle. Eric LaSalle was the first Soul Glow on the first Coming to America.
All right.
So he pursued. He went to all these different, and then found God, gave up his dream, and I am my dad's right hand. Meaning, I'm just like my father. You met my father. If you met me, you met my dad. He's just like his. That's why we always bump heads. And I'm like, yo, I'm chasing his dream. So he used to have his secret jazz. My dad loved jazz, so he had a secret jazz CDs. He'll go in his room and watch Eddie Murphy and wrestling. He was a big wrestling fan.
Wow.
Secretive. But I was always that son that he was like, hey, I'm about to go watch Chris Rock. I'm like, okay. I'm 6 years old. I'm like, okay, let me go watch Chris Rock. And he's cussing him. I just saw what it did to my dad. It brought this light out of him.
It made your dad smile, man. Yeah.
It made him smile. And I did, when I seen him this time around, we both apologized to each other. He was like, hey, all these years I've been calling you a dog. He said, I no longer want a dog. And then we had that moment, and I remember you said, when is the last time you cried? We had that moment where we looked at each other, and I was like, well, do you want a Klondike bar? You want a Starburst?
Wow.
But, we mended it. I think two things I needed in my life was to know that my mom loved me and to know that my dad was proud of me. So just coming to see my parents this time around, I got that, and I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready to conquer the world now.
Dude, that was a big weight on your
awesome.
shoulders, man.
Yeah.
That was a big weight.
Oh my God, it was a big weight on my shoulders.
Yeah.
I saw my brothers and sisters. Me and my mom went out to eat. We went shopping. My mom and the crazy thing about my mom, she was like, "You're funny," but she said, "I just can't wait to meet Trevor Noah." I'm like, now that you are in entertainment, when you gonna bring Trevor Noah to come see me? I'm like, God.
Wow, that's awesome.
I think and that's what God, life, gift, purpose. It broke a generational curse and broke them barriers of religion. I do believe in God, but I'm not religious. I don't care who you pray to. I'm not saying like I don't care, but if you have a spiritual being over you, thank God. Because who am I to tell you, your spiritual being is wrong? I don't get involved in that. I believe in the higher source. I do believe Jesus is real. That's who I pray to. But I'm not one of them super religious or super, I grew up in a place where a lot of the Christians and people, the church people, was the worst type of people. So I just believe in being a good person. You know, God is in us, and you know, and you know, I just strive to. I'm not far from perfect. You see me at the pool parties. I'm still getting piggybacks.
Nah,
from a girl.
that's all right. I'd be getting piggybacks too, man. I'd be getting piggybacks too. You're single. You do whatever you want to do, man. You have fun. You're in Vegas. But dude, seriously, bring it back to a serious note, though. I mean, like I told you earlier, I still feel like a 7-year-old kid, and I sucked at school. I was awful at sports. I warmed the bench in school. But when I did magic, man, my dad would bring his friends around. Watch what Wes can do. Watch what Wes can do. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm a grown man still trying to please my dad. And my dad's been dead since I was 25. So,
Wow.
having
my dad
you...
is my hero.
Yeah. I mean, even though he said that to you, you still love your dad. And, yeah, that's all of us, man.
Can I say this? So, when people throw hate onto you, that's how they feel about it. My dad hate the fact he gave up his dream. You know that?
Yeah.
I feel like even being religious and that, he still, even if he would have did faith-based movies or faith-based, so that's something he has to look at himself in the mirror of what he had. He was just mad, like, I'm not living the life I want to live. Let me take it out on my son. And I'm not giving him an excuse for it, but it didn't make me or break me. My dad is always, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. Just like you said, my dad is passed since I was 25. Rest in peace to the dead, to your dad. Man, the fact that my dad was smiling, he's like, "You doing a movie with Mike Tyson? You doing this? You doing that? I saw you on tour. Oh, I heard you say this joke," and it brought a sense of joy to me. Like, wow, he didn't say it in the words, "I'm proud of you," but his actions spoke it.
Yeah.
You know, my dad, the suits, the way I dress. My dad was big personality, a lot of hair. I put color in my hair. I'm very flamboyant on stage. All my dad. He always wore 3-piece suits. My dad was always the sharpest. He wore best personality in school. I'm half of what he is. And I'm, to this day, that knowing that I can make him proud, or made him proud, and knowing that my mom loves him, I'm good.
Yeah, but what?
I had a couple
All right.
jealous brothers and sisters, but...
Yeah, all right, well, here's the thing. Ready? How many siblings you got?
13.
Your dad was tired, dude. He couldn't chase his dream. He was tired. That's a lot of kids to take care of, man.
Yeah, no, he was. My dad worked at a tire shop.
And took care of 14 kids.
And took care of 14. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. So I have to make it, Wes. I got to come home and give him that multi-million-dollar check.
No.
You feel me?
Well, hey, I would love to see that. What is it? The Hallmark Channel movie. When you do that, man. When you buy him that brand new Cadillac and you take care of him, dude. Yes, I want to be right there.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna go. My mom was like, yeah. Now that my mom is loving it, she's like, okay, whoa. Now we're not on that religious stuff no more. So I want a Porsche. I want you to open me a restaurant.
That's awesome.
God.
That's awesome. Well, dude.
Yeah, man, I love it, man. Thank you so much. And that was like a very milestone breaking. I feel like I'm really about to arrive because I broke a generational curse.
Well, here's the other thing, man. Shoot, your family's so big that pays that you just get your family to show up. Half the nightclub is sold out. You got it made, man.
Between your kids and my family.
There you go. Dude, I saw a Facebook post today, and it had a theater, like 500-seat theater, and it was like 12 people in the audience. And they said,
wow.
I performed at 20% capacity before it was cool. I thought that was awesome, man.
Man, I've done it all. I performed in front of 2 people. I performed in front of 3,000 people. I don't take anything lightly. You know what I mean? The other day, we just did a ballroom. The ballroom fits 300 people, but there's 40 people. I always say this when I'm hosting something. I say, I don't care if it's 5 people or 5,000. We're gonna rock out.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Well, we are out of time. Tell everybody where they can find you. What's the website?
Hey, man, you can find me. Everything is Benny Pitts, Benny_Pitts. I just got a TikTok. It's Benny Pitts, I think 414. Facebook, Benny Pitts. On Christian Mingle, I'm John the Baptist.
Nice.
On When Muslims Meet, I'm Hot Salami Bacon. On Tinder, I'm Tender Loving Care. Nah, man, I thank you for having me on the show, man. You a friend. Real friends don't have to talk every day. because the love is real and it's reciprocated every time. So,
well, apparently, because I haven't talked to you in 3 months, so we must be really good friends, dude. I love you. I gotta do a plug real quick, man. Hold on, stay on the line, guys. Benny Pitts, he's awesome. Check him out. We are so happy to announce our new show merch is available at wesisley.com. That's logo T-shirts, TV podcast T-shirts, Magic Man hats, stickers, playing cards, and more. Check it out at wesisley.com. And if I promise you a T-shirt or you order a shirt from me, I will deliver it, unlike Benny Pitts. Hey, guys, Season 2, Season 1, Wes Isley's Magiclife, you binge it. Jewel TV, I do the thing every single week. We're running out of time. You know where to find it. It's in over 100 million households. And I'm coming soon to Houston. See you next week. Today's episode of the podcast is sponsored by Express Copy and Graphics. Mention promo code Wes Iseli to get 10% off. Their website is expresscopy.com. That's XPRESS-COPY.com. They do it all. Copies, banners, signs, vehicle wraps, promo items, practically anything you need printed, they can do it for you. These guys are great. Check them out. Check us out online at wesisley.com and patreon.com/Wes_Isley for behind-the-scenes videos, blooper videos, never-before-seen footage, discounts on merchandise, magic trick tutorials, and more. That's Wes Iseli, spelled WESISELI.